All right, I'm setting up my phone on the computer table right in front of me. I don't want to sound cliche and stupid. I don't want to say I'm having a spiritual awakening because I'm not really. Like all of this stuff has been slowly building up and slowly coming over the years. And since I was little, honestly, my parents used to make fun of me. They used to call me the list maker. Like I would always make to-do lists, and I still do to this day. But it started out when I was, say, 10 or 11. I would write dumb things. I need to make sure I cut my nails, paint my nails, organize my, school backpack, and do the dishes. I would write down all the dumb 5 little things that I have to do, my little childish responsibilities. But I started writing lists since I was little. And I've always connected and really resonated with writing things down. Through recently trying to declutter stuff around the house, get rid of things that I don't use anymore, I was going through one of my old bins that has old, just empty notebooks, either school notebooks or actual pretty ones like this, kind of like journals that I've never used over the years. My parents got me this. I don't know when, I don't recall what year, anytime like in my early to mid teens basically. But I've never had a use for it, but I've always admired the F out of this book. Like I've always loved it. And I'm always like, what do I do with this? It's so pretty. I'd always end up coming across it, look at the pages, give them a sniff because it just smells so fresh. So I never had a use for it. I never wanted to use it. And then I realized, I don't know what it was, a few days ago, what's the date of my first entry? I think the 21st, November 21st. So like 3 days ago, because today's the 24th. So the 21st, I did my first scripting entry, took up 1 full page, and I just kind of wanted to have some sort of, video out there for myself to just look back on and realize, that today is when I'm starting my scripting journey. Because as a kid, I've always written to-do lists, like I said. The other more important thing to me, I would always make scenarios in my head and visualize things. Visualizing was crazy for me, and I still do it to this day, but I think about it now, like when you think about it in the past, it like puts things in perspective a little bit, and you're like, what was I doing? What was I visualizing this crap for? And I would just visualize the most basic, unnecessary stuff. I would be in bed trying to fall asleep, and I'd visualize, oh, tomorrow at school, I want to make sure I get my homework done during lunch, and then I'm gonna play a certain card game on the, lunch table with my friends. And I'd be thinking about all this stuff at night, and I just visualize things. I'd visualize certain conversations that I want to have with a teacher. I'd visualize stuff that I'm gonna do on the weekend with my parents or my family. It's like I would always just visualize things, and I didn't consider it wouldn't be considered manifesting in my mind, at least, because I didn't know about it. I wasn't trying to manifest things on purpose. It wasn't like that. It was just me doing it in my head for no reason, seemingly. And a lot of things would end up happening. I know this obviously sounds crazy, and a lot of people say that people sound crazy when they say that this happens to them, but I would dream certain things, and then I'd get the craziest deja vu 2 days later or a week later, or I would dream that a specific sentence was said to me in a conversation by a friend or by my parents or whatever, and then it ends up happening. Or I'd dream that I met some random weirdo on the subway, and then I'd meet that random weirdo on the subway going to school. I don't know, just crazy coincidences, crazy things throughout my life. So anyway, here's another thing. I've always felt super, super strongly connected to this. I got this in a thrift store in Connecticut. I don't know what year. Also probably similar time around whenever my parents got me this. This also was probably about anywhere from 10 to 15. My boyfriend's working on the car outside. 10 to 15 years ago, I got this, and it's a tea light holder. And I don't know what this is. It's quartz, I'm assuming. Then again, I don't know. I'm not into crystals or reading things and stuff, so I don't know anything. If any of you guys have any ideas, I don't think it's a man-made thing. It's definitely something natural. That's why I've loved it. I mean, it is man-made in the sense that they turned it into a candle holder, but the stone or crystal, whatever this would be considered, the material itself is real and natural. So I keep my little tea lights in there, and I've always felt very connected to this, but it's not like a staple piece that I always made sure I kept out on my dresser drawer or whatever. It kind of would be in between. For 6 months out of the year, I'd have it out on my dresser drawer. Then when I go through my cleaning up phase, I'd end up putting it away, maybe into a storage bin or something. So this always just spoke to me, and it felt very powerful to me. And I'd always kind of just, whenever I'd come across it, I'd always hold it, and I just feel the coolness of it, and I feel the heat transfer out of my hands into it. Long story short, I found this again also a few months ago. I keep flinging this tea light out of it. Found this a few months ago, and I realized this is such a like gorgeous piece for me, and I've been getting into my candles again lately. I go through candle phases. So I just love this thing, and I love touching it, and I just feel the power that it has in it. So now that's kind of like my process. I light this, and then I have my favorite purple pen. Purple is my favorite color. I realized, like, you know what? If I'm gonna start scripting now, let me give this my favorite pen, you know, give it a specific purpose. This book is only gonna be for scripting because, like I said, after all these years of not knowing what to use this book for, now that I have a purpose for it, it's only gonna be for scripting. And this pen, purple pen, is only going to be for writing in the scripting book. And I'm just turning it into like a little, not a ritual, I don't want to sound like I'm getting weird, but in a way it is a ritual, because I feel like when you do things on a daily basis, it gets your vibrations and your mind and everything into that mode of, you know what, I'm writing these things down, they are going to become true, because you have to also put in the work. That's one of the other things I realized, like, people need to not be delusional about this stuff, because when it comes to scripting and writing things every day, you have to be realistic about it. And I'm not saying you can't go big. It's like, you know, kind of go big or go home. That's how you should be. You should be having big dreams, but make sure that they are actually accessible to you and tangible. Same with the scripting and all the things that I'm writing down. And this is new to me, so I don't know, I'm not the you know, guru on this stuff right now, so don't take my word as gospel. But in my experience so far, in the last 3 days of actually now sitting and writing, scripting things down instead of just writing my to-do list and visualizing my dreams, I write things down, and I realize it's kind of difficult. Like, other people, when they talk about scripting, they write down. I'm very thankful for my BMW, and I'm thankful for the $10,000 check that I cashed. I don't know what it is with me. That's not the approach that I'm taking when I'm writing stuff. And I'm not saying that other people who say that they write those things, I'm not discounting what they say. A lot of them say that they write stuff like that, and the material things that they write that they want, it materializes and it ends up happening, even if it takes a few months or a year or whatever. But they believe that scripting has worked for them. For me, so far, in my first few days of doing it, when I think of it in conjunction with all the kind of subconscious, like not intentional manifesting and scripting in a way that I've been doing throughout my entire life, I feel like scripting the smaller things is at least the way to start. What I've been writing, at least, is all related to happiness and health, work related, like thank you for bringing amazing new clients to me. Thank you for putting me in a circle of high quality, top tier people who are, you know, gonna be good for my networking and stuff like that. Those type of things, because I feel like if I'm scripting small things that are very easily attainable, those are gonna raise my vibrations, or whatever word you want to use, to attract those things that are easily and very quickly tangible. They're the things that I'm scripting, the things that I already expect to come to me, which I believe, in my opinion, is a good way to start, because I don't want to just, people say if you're strapped for cash and you just need like $1,000 by the end of the month to pay rent, write it down, script that. For me, maybe that works. I don't know, maybe it'll work for everyone. But for me, I'm not trying that yet, because I don't want to just script, thank you so much, I'm very grateful for the $1,000 that I have now. I don't want to write that. I want to script things that are tangible for me to be putting myself in a good position, and then from there, in real life, once the thing happens, the good position that I'm in, then from there, it's going to keep rolling and it's going to keep growing from there. So that's why I believe that scripting, for me, is going to be just a way for me to subconsciously and spiritually connect to things that already have a 75% chance of happening to me, if that makes sense. And that's the thing, what I meant before about saying you can't be delusional about it. People might be scripting like, you know, I'm so grateful for the amazing singing voice that I have, and I'm grateful for the fact that I get to perform for 10,000 people. I'm thinking, like, people must be writing that, but they're not actually a singer, like a good singer. Or people think that they're a great artist, drawer, painter, whatever. And what if you script, I'm so grateful for selling my art piece for $10,000 to a, you know, buyer in California. What if you're not actually a good artist? You know what I mean? So it's like, so I don't want to sound weird about it, but I just mean, I think you need to be very real about this stuff. You have to be a realist. You can't be talking about things that are completely unattainable. Now, I would like you to bring things up in the comments to me, explain to me, am I wrong? Like when people, for example, I've watched a few videos where they say they want to shift realities. They want to go to Hogwarts, for example. I love Harry Potter. I was a super Harry Potter nerd, especially when I was younger. But when people say they want to shift to their dream reality and they shift to Hogwarts, I'm just getting a little confused in the sense of, do they mean that they're going to shift and living their Hogwarts life during the day while their physical body is here in 2020 America or Britain, wherever they are, you know what I mean? Or is it kind of like that you want to maybe lucid dream, like at night when you're asleep, you want to realistically have a dream reality that you're in Hogwarts. So you're kind of like living a double life. So when you sleep, you're dreaming that you're in Hogwarts and it feels really real. What do these people mean when they say they want to shift to Hogwarts, you know? If you can explain it to me in the comments, I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I'm not. I'm genuinely trying to understand. That's why I'm making this video. It's so long-winded. I gotta cut it off now. I'm talking too much, but who's even gonna see this? Or maybe 5 of you are gonna see it. Maybe 50,000 of you are gonna see it. But whatever it is, I really love talking to people in the comments. If you have any explanations for me or any basically explanations about what people mean when they say they're shifting to Hogwarts. Regardless, when it comes to my scripting, like I said, I'm just taking a very, very realist approach to it. And in a way for me, it's like a meditation. So whether it takes 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever, I always play meditation music in the background and I'll do certain hertz like 963, 741, I think 412 also is one. The hertz stuff is like stuff that I'm, still looking into. I'm not an expert on any of it. I'm just doing things, playing it by ear, seeing what works for me. But I plan on doing that, every day. I just want to script something. I don't necessarily want to force myself to do an entire page. I don't want to have strict guidelines or anything like that. He keeps going in and out and he's scaring the bunny. Let me just show you guys the baby. We got a new baby Pepper, and you've seen in a lot of my other videos, probably you've seen our parrot Bean, and we have 2 little parakeets also. She's still small enough that she can kind of fit in one hand, but she is the absolute sweetest, most precious little, just look at her white underbelly. Oh my gosh, baby. That's my sweetie. So this is my Pepper. And I don't know, I have a lot of things that I want to do moving forward on the channel, and I really want things to grow on this channel. Ooh, let me put her down. She's on the keyboard. Okay. Oh no, she clicked something. She typed a slash, a colon, and the number 9. Number 9. You like the number 9, puppy? Anyway, Pepper's on my lap now. What else did I want to say? Oh, I'm just, in general, with the scripting on top of it to supplement it, I've cut out 90% of the soda that I used to drink. I do not have soda in the house ever at all anymore. If I have soda, I do it like when we're out to a restaurant or fast food here and there and stuff. Fast food, actually, we've also cut a lot. We used to have Taco Bell. I still have Taco Bell every now and then. We still used to have Taco Bell and Burger King. Burger King 2 for $6 Whoppers and Taco Bell. We were doing that like minimum of twice a week for a minute. It was a while that we were doing that, especially throughout this summer, 2020. Everything was crazy with the above ground pool installations that we do every summer. It was crazier than usual this summer because of COVID. Everyone wanted a pool in their backyard since no one was doing anything. You can't go to resorts and hotels and stuff like that. So pool season was crazy. And when you're on the go like that all the time, I wasn't cooking as much. I was, doing a lot of fast food. But I realized I need to stop making excuses. Like even with how crazy busy this summer was, for example, having the fast food all the time was making an excuse. The amount of quick, easy things that I could cook, I could meal prep. On one day that I have off for free, I could meal prep as much food as I need. So all of these things, there's always time to do the right thing. There's always time to be able to cook your own nice, very healthy and more delicious than a restaurant could ever be. You could do it at home, and you can always cook your own meals. You can always clean your own house. There is so much time to do everything that you want to do. You don't make excuses. My phone battery died like a minute after I finished saying about you can clean your own house, you can cook your own meals, whatever. So I'm just gonna go put Peppy back in her little play area. And as far as the channel, like not scripting related, I do have videos coming soon about, you know, having a bunny, vlogging about the first month or two of having a new baby bunny and all the changes that we made and all the things that we learned about, you know, taking care of her and making her little play area and stuff like that. So it's all just trial and error. Just try different things, see what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and then just keep growing from there and keep evolving. So that was very cliche. I just did a whole bunch of ranting. Like I said, this is pretty much just for myself, and I just felt like talking before I get into my work on the computer. So now it's finally about to be 3 p.m., 3 o'clock, about to do my 4th entry, about to finish my Power of 7 drink. And thank you guys so much for watching. Hit this video with a thumbs up down below if I said anything that did resonate with you. And definitely talk about whatever you want related to scripting, related to visualizing things, whatever it is, your personal experiences, testimonials of what works, what doesn't work. Let's talk in the comments down below. I'd love to start attracting people who are also on the same type of spiritual journey as me. I'd like to attract you guys to my channel, and we can have a little, you know, little discussion, a little group meeting here and there. The lighting keeps changing because I keep stopping recording. I keep having things that are distracting and cutting me off. So let me just end it here. But I definitely plan on making more videos on this type of realm in the future. Actually, I don't know if I showed you earlier, I got this 2-day cleanse, it says. I've been really like itching to do some sort of cleanse physically, because not only am I working on things mentally, spiritually, but I want to do some sort of cleanse, and I guess I'll be vlogging it, tracking the process, whatever, and see what results we get, see if I feel better. Whatever it is, we'll figure it out. I'll make that video in the future, and we'll see where everything goes. Like I said, I'm just coming at all of this from a very realist perspective. I'm trying to mix realism and spirituality, and I don't know where that accent came from, spirituality, but thank you so much for watching, and give this video a thumbs up down below. Let me know if you liked it or not. Let's talk in the comments. I'd love to have a bunch of you guys here, and we can have our own little community, and we can talk in the comments and talk about what works for us, what doesn't work, blah blah blah. We'll make it work. And thank you guys so much. Subscribe if you want to see future videos, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.